Brad Wright here with MFRG Icon Construction, Community Housing Works, Everyday Heroes. There's no doubt that Kimball & Morgan Towers and that nutrition center shines hero all over it. The effort everyone put into making that the best possible community for the next several decades, and really investing the money and time into that nutrition center to make sure that you're helping with all the needs of those residents. That's what we call an everyday hero. People who come into work every day to impact and change lives, and that's you guys. So thank you so much for your partnership and all you do for the community.
Pacific Premier Bank. And we're just like every other bank. Look, there's two people shaking hands. Here's some scenes of people collaborating to show that we are collaborative. There's a person talking on the phone. You've heard it all and seen it all before, right?
Can I help you?
I'm from Pacific Premier Bank, and I'm here to see if we can help you. It's not what you say, it's what you do. And we do things differently.
Powering San Diego's future. We are transforming the utility industry with innovations like state-of-the-art battery storage, expanded EV charging, and cutting-edge microgrids. We are trailblazing new pathways like green hydrogen and other technologies to harvest excess solar energy. These innovations help reduce greenhouse gases. We are more than an energy company. We are a people company. We are SDG&D.
At Gallagher, our focus is community. As your community insurance broker and consultant, Gallagher's purpose is to help you move forward with confidence, to help your business, your employees, and your community through every challenge you face. So whether your doors never closed or you're looking to return and rebuild, our focus remains where it's always been, on you and your community, because that's what it means to build confidence together.
Welcome to this year's DreamBuilder Community Housing Works annual event, where we get to celebrate with our partners, supporters, residents, volunteers, and staff. Tonight, our theme is Everyday Heroes, people who have gone above and beyond to support others during a time of need with heroic acts in their communities. You've just seen all of the nominees, and later, we are going to reveal the award winners and share their stories with you. We're so glad that you get to join us virtually from one of our watch parties. As we continue to adapt during this pandemic, I'm sure we've all come to realize how important a safe, stable home really is. We are here live in Community Housing Works Central Office. We also have 2 watch parties going at CHW's Paradise Creek in National City and La Costa Paloma in Carlsbad. Tonight, we look forward to sharing with you stories of how a stable home has empowered our heroes to help their communities. It seems like a good time to draw your attention to CHW's mission statement on the wall right here behind me. Opportunity begins with a stable home. Community Housing Works provides and supplies life-changing, affordable apartment communities with resident-centered services for working families, seniors, and people with disabilities to forge stronger futures. Critical to helping us achieve that mission are our sponsors, who I'd like to take a moment and thank. Our title sponsor, U.S. Bank. Our excellence sponsors, Sun Country Builders and Highland. Our compassion sponsors, Gallagher and WashTech. Our innovation sponsors, SDG&E and Pacific Premier Bank. Our opportunity sponsor, Union Bank. Our leadership sponsors, Cal Solar, City National Bank, Con-Am, H.G. Fenton Company, J.P. Morgan Chase & Company, MFRG Icon, and Related California. Thank you to our many Dignity sponsors. And thank you to our many Vision sponsors. With their help, we are on our way of our goal of raising $250,000 to support CHW's Resident Services programming. And you can help too. Simply text the word DREAM, D-R-E-A-M, to 71777 at any time to make your gift. Or if you'd like, simply click on the link in the chat. I'd like to give a special welcome to our elected officials who are joining us virtually tonight. I want to say hello and thank you to National City Mayor Alejandra Sotelo Solis, National City Council Member Mona Rios, San Jose Council Member Magdalena Carrasco, San Diego Council members Stephen Whitburn and Joe LaCava, our Chula Vista Council members Andrea Cardenas and Jill Galvez. Thank you for being with us tonight. Now, let's kick off our evening with a few words from Supervisor Nathan Fletcher.
Good evening. I'm Nathan Fletcher, Chair of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors, and I am thrilled to welcome you to this year's DreamBuilder event, an event where we can celebrate the everyday heroes who have shown up all the more vividly in our lives over the course of the past year. I know we are in for an evening of inspiration. As Chair of the Board of Supervisors, I have the great privilege of working alongside a community partner like Community Housing Works to realize our vision of a more equitable and inclusive county, one that is focused on community-centered policy. I know everyone watching tonight believes that by working together, we can better confront the ongoing housing crisis, provide individuals and families with the resources and support they need to create a stronger foundation for success and create thriving communities for us all. To accomplish this, I want to see every sector, private developers, local and civic support groups, local and state resources, federal programs, everyone to collaborate in order to create beautiful, energy-efficient, affordable homes with pedestrian access paths and bikeways close to transit, and that help connect residents to the larger community, beautify our neighborhoods, and provide ample and good employment opportunities. It is time to understand that affordable housing developments are self-sufficient and well-maintained communities that seamlessly merge into our existing neighborhoods. In the public sector, we're looking at solutions like No Place Like Home. This brings state funds to San Diego County to create permanent supportive housing for individuals who are homeless or at risk of homelessness and experiencing serious mental illness. We're looking to use our own excess county land to develop those into housing opportunities. We're looking at the expansion of the Innovative Housing Trust Fund, allowing affordable housing developers to use county money to leverage funds and increase the construction of affordable housing units throughout San Diego County. We're looking at the dedication of county funds to pilot projects that can explore new and innovative ways that we can tackle the housing crisis in San Diego. And we will continue to emphasize smart growth, focusing on areas where there's access to transit, services, and amenities, and being always mindful of environmental impacts. These are critical elements in a collaborative cross-sector approach that addresses the longstanding inequities and challenges faced by those who are housing insecure. We do this by creating opportunities for individuals to build a life that allows them to commit the kind of heroic acts and gestures you all are going to hear about tonight. I want to take a moment and offer my congratulations to those nominated and selected as Everyday Heroes, and to thank all of you watching out there who built the homes where these heroes have been able to do the work that is making their lives and their communities the best they can be.
Thank you, Supervisor Fletcher. We so appreciate your countywide leadership on affordable housing and related issues around mental health and homelessness. Working together to find solutions is critical to the resilience of our region, our families, and our communities. For this year's DreamBuilder, we have chosen to celebrate the people who are putting actions to those solutions, our everyday heroes. In a time when we had to retreat to our homes, these folks made sure that people with needs were taken care of, that new ways of doing things were created, and that our core vision of a stable home as a platform for success continued to be available to CHW's nearly 10,000 residents. We will recognize their contributions in a few moments. But since we have you here, I want to fill you and everyone else in on the last year for CHW despite COVID. Many might believe that our efforts would have been hampered by the pandemic, but through the Housing and Hunger Relief Fund that many of you supported earlier this year, we were able to ensure that over 400 residents had access to rental assistance, food, and financial coaching. We shifted programs to remote delivery, strengthened our communications, and asked residents to tell us what they needed. In the middle of a pandemic, we have completed Windsor Gardens in Escondido, Parkside Terrace in San Jose, Kimball and Morgan Towers in National City, and this month, Keeler Court in San Diego's Southcrest neighborhood. Huge thanks go to our partners, supporters, staff, and residents who really made these projects happen. Two of these new communities, Windsor Gardens and Kimball and Morgan, are at the leading edge of our commitment to ensure that the growing senior population in our region has affordable housing options where they can age in place as part of a community. Looking ahead, that same focus on addressing the sometimes unique needs of a group extends to our new communities in development. We'll soon be housing artists at the Paseo Artist Village in Vista, transition-age youth and veterans at the Ulrich Apartments in Linda Vista, and formerly homeless individuals and working families at Cortez Hill in downtown San Diego. We are also expanding our statewide presence with our first communities in Riverside and Orange counties, and Sacramento's Arden Way, which is currently under construction. In all, we have over 1,200 affordable apartments in our pipeline. That's 1,200 households that won't be just getting a new roof over their heads. They'll be getting the opportunity to use our award-winning services to create an even better future for themselves. Even in challenging times, we push forward in our work with the knowledge that what we do today will change the world for the better by giving multiple generations the opportunity to succeed. This is a bold statement, but it comes from the proven knowledge that along with the homes that we build, we make sure residents have access to resources that make a significant positive impact on their education, their health, and their financial situation. These impacts get passed on to the next generation, and so on. It's wealth generation by investing in the skills of each family to pursue their dreams. We all joke about how 2020 is a candidate for worst year ever, but along the way, we discovered an amazing amount of resiliency, and we met the everyday heroes that you will meet tonight. As you listen to their stories, please remember that your support is a critical part of ensuring that all CHW residents have the stability and safety to become heroes in their own communities, and heroes to us all. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you in a few minutes with our Master of Ceremonies, Clint Bell. But first, here's a word from our title sponsor, U.S. Bank.
Good evening. My name is Manuel Rodriguez, and I am the San Diego Market President at U.S. Bank. On behalf of U.S. Bank and our over 700 local team members, we are honored to return this year as a presenting sponsor of this wonderful event And we are especially excited to help recognize and celebrate the everyday heroes, those ordinary people who've done extraordinary things and made the difference for all of us this past year. At US Bank, we truly understand the importance of having a place to call home, perhaps even more so in the wake of the pandemic. Regrettably, more than 500,000 people in the United States don't have a place to call home. And even for many that do, half of their income goes to paying rent or a mortgage. In response, a major focus of our corporate giving program, what we refer to at US Bank as Community Possible, we aim to connect families, especially those facing challenging economic circumstances, with housing that they can afford. We are so unbelievably proud to partner with CHW and commend their tireless commitment to offer stable, affordable homes and a pathway to economic independence for almost 10,000 residents. Through access to resources and tools to increase financial knowledge, save money, improve credit scores, and obtain a better health outcome for their community members, CHW offers a foundation for their residents to achieve their goals and prosper. As we celebrate those everyday heroes tonight, we hope that you will consider investing alongside with us and supporting the amazing work done by Community Housing Works. Thank you.
Manuel, thank you so very much. And thank you to US Bank for making tonight's celebration possible. Now, I want to take a minute and hear from Sylvia Calzada, a CHW board member. Sylvia?
Hello, my name is Sylvia Calzada, and I'm a member of the CHW's Board of Directors. As you heard, tonight is going to be an opportunity to recognize and celebrate those everyday heroes who have made the difference for all of us as we've made our way through this past year. Let's take a minute to tell you what that impact has looked like in my life. In 2013, my parents and I lost our home to foreclosure. Health problems meant that my mother had to close her childcare business, and my father could no longer continue working in aircraft upholstery. I had also lost my job during the recession. And despite my MBA and years of professional experience, I was unable to find work. We lost our home. My parents lived in the garage of a family friend without a bathroom of their own, while I rented a small room far away. This was hard to bear, and it could have been devastating. But then, life surprised us with a new home for us at Paradise Creek Apartments here in National City. This happened because of heroes. For years, community activists had worked to reclaim the land around Paradise Creek, and CHW and its partners built a beautiful, safe, affordable community. That's what heroes do. They make sure you can get back on your feet and transform your life. They build a community center filled with happy residents and a garden where you can grow fresh produce to feed your family. They provide resident leadership programs, which is how I regained the confidence I had lost after years of unemployment, and a major part of the reason I'm here today. So wherever you happen to be watching this, know there are heroes hard at work all around you. Hey, maybe even sitting next to you on your left or on your right. Enjoy it as we celebrate them and celebrate all of you for being part of this wonderful community. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Sylvia, and thank you for sharing your story with us. Now it's going to be time to mingle, Zoom style. We're going to send you out into some breakout rooms, and we're going to be there for about 10 minutes. You're going to have the chance to share your personal stories of everyday heroes in your lives, and I encourage you to do so. There will be a CHW facilitator in there to get the conversation started, so don't worry about having to break the ice. I also encourage you to turn on your videos, connect with other Community Housing Works stakeholders and supporters at this time. Now, you're going to be whisked away to those rooms. See you back here in 10 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed sharing your stories and connecting with other guests. Now, if you are not already feeling inspired, just wait. We are about to share with you the winners of our Everyday Hero Award. Sean, so great to see you here live in the studio. Thank you so very much. Now, can you get us started? Tell us a little bit about this.
Sure, certainly, Clint. One of the things that drew me to CHW when I took this job just over a year ago was the abundance of amazing stories right here in our own communities. As we thought about how to celebrate this year, we knew right away that we wanted to recognize the heroes who are doing great work every day. Each of these awards celebrates one of the 5 core values that guide us at CHW. Find a way or make a new one, respect people's dignity and believe in their potential, do what you say and own all that you do, reach for excellence, and perform service above self. As you saw earlier, we had 15 resident heroes nominated, and I can tell you, Clint, it was a very difficult decision to choose the winners.
I can only imagine, and there's such great support that goes into CHW. And as a reminder to all of you, the funds raised tonight support those residents and the programs and services that you're going to hear mentioned. And at any point, you can text DREAM, D-R-E-A-M, to 71777, or simply click on the link in the chat box to make your gift. All right, so Sean, I think you should do the honors. I want you to take it away. Who is our first awardee?
Sure. The first awardee this evening goes to Irais, Cruz Lucio for the Find a Way or Make a New One award. She was nominated by our community building coordinator, Karen Sanchez. Karen's going to tell us a little bit more about why Irais is so deserving of this Everyday Hero Award.
At CHW, one of our values is find a way or make a new one. And I nominated Irais for this value because she is a resident that is always supporting others and working very hard, not only towards herself, but her family. Irais is a very valued resident here at Las Serenas, and I am proud of herself, not only a model mom that she is with her kids, but like I said, she's always helping others in the community.
I encourage my kids to participate in different programs like volunteer. You can feel the energy outside and it's good. You can walk, and if you say hi to someone say hi back to you. Well, I like to be mom. I love it, but my goal to after finish my kids, I would like to finish my school, my GED. For right now, I put some pause because I have to work and I need to be on time for my kids. But that's my goal. And I want to study hairstyling because I love the hair. I would like to say thank you for giving this opportunity to a lot of families from outside, and hopefully CHW grow up more communities like this one, like Las Serenas. Tengo muchas cosas que decir, pero a veces me limito por mi idioma, que no es perfecto en inglés, pero si yo pudiera expresar y decir ahorita que es mi oportunidad, dar gracias a CHW por la oportunidad de vivir aquí, porque hemos crecido como personas, como profesionales. Tengo mi hijo que se acaba de graduar y es mi gran motivación. Esa es mi meta a seguir, que yo quiero realizarme. Y aquí en CHW sé que tengo el soporte de lograrlo y tengo que lograrlo porque sí puedo. Muchas gracias a CHW.
Wow, that is awesome. Irais is such an amazing resident, such an amazing mom and person. She's incredible, and you've had a chance to talk to her.
Yeah, just the fact that she's looking forward to the opportunity really to not only help her kids grow up and go through our educational programs, but also for herself, thinking about her dreams, about being able to get her GED and perhaps go even further from there. So she is both an awesome story right now and a great mom, but she also has ideas for her future and what she wants to do. And we really want to be there right alongside her and making them happen.
That's awesome, and I can't wait to see where she goes. But right now, I want to take you out to our watch party at Paradise Creek to be there live to give Irais her award. Thanks.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias. Muchas gracias a Karen porque sé que hay muchas personas para elegir y ella pensó en mí. Y gracias a Community HousingWorks por darnos esta oportunidad. Sé que me estoy muy nerviosa y soy muy chillona, perdón, pero estoy en cierta parte orgullosa de mí porque, como dije, me pongo muchos en mi mente que no puedo, pero sé que tengo que poder y por mis hijos y por mí. Gracias.
Irais, muchísimas gracias por todo. That was so phenomenal. She's such a great example of the power of a stable home. Once you start from that foundation, it's inspiring to hear her, like you said, share her dreams, not only for her future, but for her kids. But what I really loved about what Irais said is that it creates a community where she can wave and say hello to people, and people wave and say hello back. And that's really, that it goes so much further than just the roof and the house. It's the people that make it up. And the CHW has so greatly benefited her kids.
Yeah, and it's truly the connections that they have with the broader community. Her kids are taking advantage of our Next Generation Success programs, which give our resident youth the resources they need to successfully both navigate school and life going forward.
And I love the fact that CHW, you know, they don't focus just on the person, just on the resident. They really wrap their arms around the whole process that is a community, the learning environment, the financial wellness environment. You know, people, the staff, like, you know, the staff at CHW throughout COVID has been absolutely phenomenal in supporting our residents. And it's just so incredible to see. But I know we've got a short night, but we've got more awards. So,
Yes, we do.
Sean, tell me who we got next.
Sounds great. Oh, and actually, you're going to love this one. Evelyn Shea at Mission Cove Seniors was nominated by Nima Hassan, who worked for our service partner, Elder Help. Nima nominated Evelyn for the Service Above Self Award, and she's going to tell us why Evelyn deserves this award.
I nominated Evelyn because I see her whenever I'm at the building doing what she does for the seniors. And, you know, not only what I see, it's also what I hear from other residents, you know, how grateful they are of her and what she does for them, especially during COVID. So Evelyn, you know, she kind of became a big part of, you know, kind of serving the other seniors who are just not able to go out into the community and do the shopping on their own. Even as far as taking residents to go visit hospitals or to pick up prescriptions. You know, she's done that for me when I called her, and she's done that for other residents. She really has put herself ahead of others above self, so she's really been a huge help to the community.
My name is Evelyn Shea. Do you guys, anybody want a loin roast? I have lived here for 3 years last June. Where I lived before really is so different from me. It was a one-bedroom apartment away from the world, and this is a one-bedroom apartment in a community.
I love you, Beth. God bless you.
She's been with this car for what, almost 3 years?
Yeah.
Coming out every week. We're a huge community. When I first moved here, I thought I was going to be living in an apartment. You pay your rent, you mind your own business, and that's pretty much the end of it. However, I learned very quickly that we have a lot of different kinds of seniors here. So I try to put myself out there, realizing that I had a lot more energy. I could walk. Okay, we're going to the 3rd floor. Thank you. I'm really good at finding resources. The word gets around. So I let it be known that I'm here every Monday between 9 and 9:30 from Brother Benno's. I said, call me or tell me when you see me what you want. Give me a list, and they do. When I shop at Brother Benno's, I pretend I'm shopping for me. If I'm going to cook, this is what I need. And I try to bring specialty items for them that if they had a choice between a Coke and a pint of milk, they wouldn't buy the Coke. So I try to get the Cokes for them. Or I try to get, like today I got sauerkraut. That's expensive. So somebody said, oh my goodness, I really want that bottle. That was good. That made me feel good. I had a sardine can. I wouldn't eat sardines. But I had somebody who was grateful to get it.
You wanted those? Some guy snuck it in there. I'll eat all of it at one time.
Bring them bacon, eggs, as many dairy products as I can because I know they really want it. Appreciate it. My CHW home here has helped me with the community from what I just talked about. I never did that where I used to live. And I knew there was a need for me here. That's helped me that has really humbled me. In the community right now, I'm here at Mission Cove, and the community is the tenants, my friends, my neighbors, my family are part of my community. You know, I'm always thinking about, well, what are the needs here? Who could benefit from that need? And I try not to forget. I even give birthday cards to people who probably hasn't had one in years. And if there's a tenant out there that needs my help, I wish they would tell me. What I do, when I got here, I quickly realized that there was a lot of work to be done. And I don't know that it's work. I really get a very proud sense of accomplishment when I help those that really need it and appreciate it. My gratitude I'm very grateful. If that's how I repay my gratefulness, I'm working with human beings. There's nothing better.
Well, Sean, you're absolutely right. Evelyn is awesome. And now we get to take you out to our watch party at La Costa Paloma to give Evelyn her award. Evelyn?
We want to say thank you, Evelyn, for all your hard work and dedication to all our seniors at Mission Cove. We're very grateful to have you there. You are our everyday hero. Thank you.
John Steele.
How much time do you have? I couldn't told by my friends that I like to talk. Anyway, I appreciate it very much. I didn't need this award. I'd have done it anyway. And I inspire other people when people say to me, they come to me and they haven't done anything. I say, look, you can do what I'm doing. Just let me know and I'll let you go with it. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Evelyn, congratulations. You are one amazing, amazing woman. And I have got to tell you, I have never seen somebody pilot a buggy like that or pilot a shopping cart like that. Evelyn's got skills.
She's on a mission.
She is. She
Absolutely.
is.
Yeah. Well, you know, Evelyn shows us how our residents build community at their apartment complexes and how our growing group of seniors can do for themselves and care for others with just a little bit of assistance from our partners like Elder Help.
And CHW has got so many great partners. I mean, Elder Help is certainly one of them, but you have partners in the services side, you have partners in the building side. Tell me a little bit, how important is that to CHW's success in the future?
They are really where it makes it happen. You know, we can only go so far with just our own resources. The fact that we have partners all the way in the construction period and development, sort of like Sun Country Builders, as you heard about a little bit earlier, all the way through to the operations of the properties that we own. Folks like Con-Am, who are our property managers, who are both here in San Diego County and elsewhere in the state, as well as on the resident services side, folks like Elder Help or like the LGBTQ center that we have in our North Park Seniors Development. they're right alongside us in terms of making things happen for our residents.
And that's what it's all about, right? I mean, it's community housing works, right? It is an entire community of services and of industries coming together to make our communities even more incredible. So, all right, Evelyn was pretty awesome. That was pretty, Iraisa was pretty amazing as well. I can't wait to find out who we have next.
Hard acts to follow.
Hard acts to follow.
But we're going to try and keep them going. So next up, we are proud to award Athena Nunez for the Do What You Say and Own All That You Do award. Athena was nominated by Dominic Cardenas, after-school program mentor. Since Dominic and Athena are at our Parks at Figs community in Fresno, we invited them to film their own video submission. Let's hear from Dominic now.
Hi everybody, my name is Dominic Cardenas. I'm the site lead at the Parks at Fig Garden site in Fresno, California, and I'm nominating Athena for the DreamBuilder Hero Award, specifically for the value of do what you say and own all that you do. I believe Athena exemplifies the do what you say attitude when it comes to the Study Start program because she's the older sibling of 2 younger Study Start students. So oftentimes she has to balance the role of being a mentor to those younger siblings while also being a mentee and being mentored by us. Without issue, Athena is always able to step in and guide those younger than her, and she always ensures that she's seeking guidance while also giving guidance to her sisters. She owns all that she does by applying herself in multiple ways, inside and outside of the program. She's very attentive to homework, she's very attentive to meeting her family's needs, and this is why I believe she fits the criteria perfectly. Thank you.
My name is Athena and I live at the Parks at Fig Garden in Fresno. A sense of community to me is togetherness, helping each other and learning from other people. I serve my community by helping my sisters with logging into the after-school program and making sure that they know what they do. Me and my sisters would study and do after-school program On This Table. Where me and my sisters would go outside and spend time with the community apartment complex, and this is where me and my sisters like to play outside at. I'm going to show you guys the park in a second. This is a park where me and the rest of the community love to spend time. As you can see, there's slides and spinning objects. There are some of the main reasons why I like to be at the park. Bye.
Wow, Athena did such an amazing job showing us her community, and you can see how proud she is of that community in Fresno. And the park looks like an amazing place to hang out. But you know what I love is that I love that Athena never said, this is my. It was always we. It was always our place to hang out. And it just goes to show the incredible things that Community Housing Works is teaching sort of our young people. And she's been such a great job being there for her siblings and getting her into the Study Stars programs. Wow, congratulations, Athena. That was pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Now, we've been, in South County, right, in National City. We've been in North County, San Diego. They're up in Carlsbad. But you've got stuff in Fresno and San Diego. So where are other CHW communities?
Yeah, well, our heart is here in San Diego County, and this is where we got our start more than 3 decades ago. But in the time since, and in more recent years, we've expanded elsewhere in the state. Cool. So we have properties up in San Jose and Concord in the Bay Area. We have Pasadena and Azusa in the Los Angeles area, and as well as we're in construction on a property up in Sacramento. Coming into next year, we have a couple more developments that we're working on in Orange County and as well as Riverside County. And other stuff that we're kind of percolating and working on that hopefully we'll be making some great announcements in the next couple of months about. We're really excited about the future for the organization and where we're going. We're really trying to expand and look at where we can best serve the communities that need help.
That's pretty amazing. I guess it goes to show once you've got a great model that works, that has success, that helps to change the lives of residents, it's really something that you can replicate all over the course. That's absolutely phenomenal. But now, back here in San Diego, we still have some other properties, and I think we're going to meet a couple folks from there.
Yes, we do. So now it's time to meet another one of our current residents, Ian Macias from Maplewood Community in Lakeside. Ian is the winner of the Reach for Excellence Award, and let's hear why.
I nominated Ian Macias for the Reach for Excellence Award because he's always pushing his siblings to do good in school. He's always making sure that they connect on Zoom and in person for the Study Stars program, and he's always eager to participate in our program.
My name is Ian. I live in Lakeside, Mapleview. The way I would describe here in one word is it's beautiful and it's amazing. Before I came to live here, I lived in TJ. I had to wake up at like 1 o'clock and get ready for school because I went to school here. I love living here because we get to wake up in the morning and not like rush to go to school in the middle of night. Sometimes, which is Friday today, every Friday they give us pizza for school lunch because every Friday is Pizza Friday. As my teacher calls it, Friday. Community means that you get to learn new things, you get to work together and celebrate each other's success. One thing that I've been able to do, that I learned to do, is working together and staying together as a team, which sometimes people break the rules and you have to treat others the way you have to be treated. That's the golden rule. When somebody doesn't know what to do, you just help them. That equals teamwork, and teamwork makes the dream work. The way I learned something was like not giving up and working and trying to reach your goal and learning from your mistakes. I'll tell you the plant life cycle. First you have to plant the seed underground with soil and water and the sun. After that it goes like it's sprouting. Then there's a little leaf coming out. And after that it becomes a plant, it gives fruits, maybe it becomes a tree, and more stuff.
Well, getting ready on this Friday Eve, almost pizza day, let's head back to Paradise Creek to give Ian his award.
Congratulations, Ian. This is for you. You want to say some words?
He's like...
It's okay. It's okay.
Just thank you for the help for CHW. It made helped our family in a lot of ways, and my kids, because 3 of them are in the programs, and they're helping them succeed in school.
Awesome.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Well, like so many wonderful actors out there. You know, Ian, great on camera, but you know, live, we're still working on. Congratulations, Ian. What a great kid. He sounds like he's doing absolutely amazing at school.
Yeah, he's doing great. And, you know, a little bit of stage fright. I'm a little familiar with that. Get it, for sure. But truly, we are so proud of Ian and how what I want to say is that he also really has a love of things that he loves being able to explain them. So things like talking about the plant life cycle. Yeah, cool. And, you know, in a way, it's a great metaphor for what we do here at CHW. You know, if you want to look at it this way, we plant the seed in terms of providing people with a safe and stable home, and then we nourish them with programs and services that help them grow.
It's pretty impressive. And, you know, again, just like Athena, you know, it's not just about Ian, right? Mm-hmm. It was about himself and his siblings and being better and learning. And gosh, I mean, just imagine waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning, having to get ready to go to school, and what an incredible relief their community is for them, that gives them the opportunity to not have to do those kinds of things. Is great. And folks, if you've been inspired by Ian's story or of any of our other resident heroes this evening, you still have time. Please make a gift. Text DREAM, D-R-E-A-M, to the number 71777, or simply click on the link in the chat there. Your donation directly supports CHW's resident services and programs, and we've seen so many of them have so many great impacts tonight. You can be a part of that. You know, Sean, you talked about great partnerships. Really, all of you are great partners when you make that donation, so I encourage you to do that. So I think we've got one final resident hero for this evening. Let's talk about it.
We're honored to award Yasmin Perez with the Respect People's Dignity and Believe in Their Potential Award. Yasmin was nominated for her volunteer work with the Maplewood Study Stars program. So let's hear about why Yasmin so deserves this award.
I nominated Yasmin Perez for the Respect People's Dignity Award because she's a volunteer at our Study Stars program, and she's wonderful as she's able to help our English as a second language learners with their homework and be able to provide that bilingual context.
My name is Yasmin Perez, and I live in Eucalyptus View. I've lived here my whole life since kindergarten. I got here when I was 4 years old. Community means being a part of a group of people that you can trust, that almost feels like your second family, and that you see on a daily basis. I would define Eucalyptus View as my community. If I need a favor, or if I need something to get taken care of, or need someone to, or I need to trust in someone, they would be there and I would rely on them. Before CHW, I was pretty lost. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I wanted to study. I didn't even know college was a thing. So when I came to Community Housing Works, it was like a sense of community. People knew me, people knew like, that's Esperanza's daughter, and they would help me with things that I needed. And I remember, I guess I built a community here with everything that I needed. I was able to fully learn English because when I got here, all I knew was Spanish, so I was able to practice my English with someone else here. And I was a part of a lot of ESL classes. I never thought that I would go to college because my parents didn't go to college. We immigrated from Mexico when I was little. So they had no clue what to do or how to send me or how to support me. So I'm really thankful for Community Housing Works to always tell me that I'm college ready, that I'm college bound, and that they were gonna support me and help me. And they did. Recently, as of June, I graduated from UCSD. Couldn't have done that without Community Housing Works. I reached out to Community Housing Works after I graduated because I wanted to give back. When I was done with college, I reflected back on all the people that had helped me, and it was primarily Community Housing Works. And I wanted to be a part of, the children's lives who are coming to these programs just like I was, and how excited I was when I was a little kid to come here and have someone read to me and have someone help me with my English and have someone help me develop my reading skills and math skills. I wanted to do that for the Maplewood community. I'm super thankful that this program exists and that you were able to help so many people and fund this program. To all the donors that were out there who funded, I'm a result of what you've donated to. I was able to graduate college and I was able to graduate college and help my family now. And so it really helped me out so much. So thank you so much.
Yasmin, thank you for being a part of our communities. And I want to go right now to La Costa Paloma to give Yasmin her award.
On behalf of CHW, Yasmin, we would like to present you with the Respect People's Dignity and Believe in Their Potential. You have been a tremendous volunteer and a hero for our families in Eucalyptus View, and we are very thankful for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for everything. I've never really been nominated for anything, so thank you. This means a lot, and I'm really excited and looking forward to continue to work with you all. Thank you.
What an inspiring story. And she has brought it, just full circle, right? Giving back as much as that she's learned from CHW. This is at the core of it. And it sounds like she's been pretty successful.
Yeah. No, Yasmin, we're so happy for you and so proud of everything that you've done. The fact that she has accomplished so much, being and living at one of our developments, and then coming back really to serve that community. She graduated UCSD just recently, and she's sharing her time and knowledge with the next generation. She is an example of what we hope for every one of our Study Stars students, to know that they are supported by us every step of the way, from literacy and tutoring programs, to career guidance, and finally, as recipients of our Valor Scholarships, to help them in their post-high school educational journey, whichever way it may take them. They may go on to college, they may go on to a program, get a certification and a skill set. Whatever they want, we're there to support them once they graduate high school. That is the achievement that we want them to continue to work upon after they've laid that groundwork of getting a high school diploma. But even despite all that, Yasmin said it best, which was the power of opportunity and the ability to really follow through, achieve your dreams, and then really have the chance to give back to the community as well.
Well, and it's so amazing, she was surrounded by people who told her that college was an option. She could pursue that goal, helping to break down some of those barriers so that she could participate in that. I am so excited that Yasmin is a part of our communities, and I am so excited to see where she goes. These programs make a huge difference. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you, if you've been inspired, we want you to take the opportunity right now. Grab your cell phone out, and I want you to put in the number in your text message, 71777. That's who you're sending the text to. And all you have to do is write DREAM into that message and then click the send button. You're going to get a link back, and you're going to be able to make that donation. Or if you'd like, if you're right now in the chat window, you can simply click on the link in the chat. Congratulations, Yasmin. So wonderfully well deserved. Now, I would like everybody out there at our live watch parties, and for those of you at home that are joining us virtually, please give a round of applause for our everyday heroes and thank them for sharing their stories of resilience. You guys are absolutely awesome. Now, as you've heard, these heroes have done some pretty amazing things with the power of a stable home and the supportive programs and services available to all CHW residents. Our goal tonight is to raise about $50,000 to support the resident services provided by our Achieve staff. This is in addition to the over $200,000 already pledged by our sponsors. And I want to take a look real quick about how far we've come just in the few moments that we've been broadcasting. Already $11,379. And I want to say a very special thank you, not only to those names that you see on the screen, but I want to say thank you to Diana and Don Ambrose, who've jumped in and committed $5,200. Thank you so very much to the Ambrose, and to Ellen and Robert Svatos, who have jumped in at the $5,000 level. Thank you so very much, Ellen and Robert. And also Jorge Cuevas Antion. Thank you so very much. Jorge is jumping in at $3,000. Thank you so very, very much. And John Steele. John came in earlier with a contribution, but has increased that contribution to $6,000. John, thank you so very, very much. Phyllis and Dan Epstein joined us at $1,000. Thank you very, very much. Awesome, awesome job. And Mary Jane Jagodzinski, she jumped in at $1,000 as well. And we are already at $19,610. This is really great work. We are not quite halfway to our goal tonight, but I think one of the great things about goals is that they were absolutely made to be broken. So if you've got an opportunity, I want you to text DREAM to 71777 right now and make a gift, make a contribution. Know that you are making an investment into the incredible futures. When you provide opportunity, when you provide community, we all, as an entire city, the city of San Diego, the city of Fresno, everywhere where our residents interact, we are making it that much better. And that all happens thanks to you. So right now is the time. Look at that. We've already got up to $21,710. Melissa Holt, thank you so very, very much. And Brian Woods, thank you so very much. Christy Alt is jumping in. Thank you so very much. Stephen is jumping in. Kelly Calmer is jumping in to make that happen. Look at this, $21,710. And we are just getting a flash right now. This is pretty awesome. If you would like to be challenged, we have got a matching gift opportunity that has just come in. Robert and Marianne Gottlieb, thank you so very much. They're challenging all of you to raise another $25,000. They're going to match contributions up to $25,000. Robert and Marianne, thank you so very, very much. And with that challenge, with that match, look at that. We're $21,966, just a few more donations away from maxing out that gift. And if we do that, we will shatter that $50,000 goal. Thank you so very, very much. So if you'd like to help us fund that gulp, if you'd like to help us secure that matching gift, I want you to text DREAM to 71777 to make your gift right now from your phone. Get out your phone, start a text message, send it to 71777. It's simply that easy. Text the word DREAM and you'll be off and on your way to helping us achieve that goal. Also, you're going to get a link when you make that text to complete your gift. You can also visit the link right now in the chat to complete your gift online if you would like. Now, we're going to make it even easier for you. So for those of you who don't want to click on the exterior link because of the riveting programming in front of your screen, you can also just put your first and last name and the word donate in the chat box, and we'll reach out to you about your gift as well. We are doing such a fantastic job. $47,171 on our way to that $50,000 goal. Thank you so much to our title sponsor. 100% of your gift is going to ensure that CHW residents have access to education-related programming, financial well-being workshops, and coaching, and health and wellness opportunities. We truly are creating and supporting wonderfully healthy communities. Funds help to support youth with virtual tutoring services and the iReady and e-learning program. They help bridge that digital divide for families without access, and that is so critically important now more than ever. We've done a great job in helping come back to life after COVID, but we've got to be sure that we maintain those resources so that we can help each and every child that needs that extra assistance. This is some really fantastic donations. $47,274. Antonio Barbosa is jumping in. Thank you so very, very much. Yvette Vela is jumping in. Thank you so very, very much for that generous contribution. We've already said thank you so very much to Diana and Don, Jorge, Phyllis, and Dan. Thank you so very, very much. You guys are doing an incredible job leading the way. I would love to see that ticker go above that $50,000 mark. And right now, we are less than $3,000 away from it. So if you would like to make a gift, now's that opportunity to do so, whether it's $500 or $1,000, $250, if it's $25, now's a great opportunity to jump in. Jim Kelly's jumping in, and Nicholas Palmer, thank you so very, very much. We're at $48,045. This is great work. You've seen what can happen when we build a foundation for a stable home. You've seen what we can do when we build a foundation for great communities. People like Yasmin, people that are out there like Evelyn, that give so much of themselves to their community. This is what it's all about. $48,106. Erica Dowdy's jumping in there. Thank you so very much, Erica. And PJ's jumping in. Thank you, PJ. Peter Bridge jumping in. And a $5 contribution from Anonymous. That's wonderful. We love anonymous donations. Keep sending them in at any amount. Ted Holman is jumping in there as well. Lauren Manalo, thank you so very, very much. This is all really great stuff. I want to bring Sean back in here because not only do we make an incredible co-hosting team, but Sean, there are some really wonderful donations that can be made. Talk to us a little bit, at $1,000, right? We talk about health and wellness and healthy communities. But you guys have a passion for doing some financial well-being as well, right? Giving them the tools that they need.
No, really, and that's part of the thing is that your contributions are really going to go to cover a wide range of services that we provide at our developments. Amongst financial well-being, as an example, we are helping people in terms of once they come in, getting them stabilized with their financial situation. We have housing counselors and financial counselors that assist them in working through their budget, making sure that everything is balanced for them and they're able to make their bills and other things that they have. That we don't stop there. So once they're stabilized, there's still conversations that keep happening with those families to then look at, hey, what is your goal in life? What are you hoping to achieve? Whether it's putting a kid through college or actually perhaps setting yourself up for the opportunity to eventually buy a home themselves. So we will then work with them to sort of figure out, okay, what is your savings plan for getting to that goal? And then at the end of the day, sometimes, folks may start out in a very stable situation and then something happens, whether it's a health crisis. Certainly there were a few of them as part of the COVID crisis that people encountered. So in those types of situations, then our our financial counselors get involved again in terms of working with that family to help them figure out a path towards stabilizing their situation and ultimately being able to continue on in their housing and continue on in their goals in life.
That is absolutely awesome. And I I've got to tell you, I'm just super excited. We just crossed $55,433. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you to everyone out there. Jim Kelly, Stephen Chastain, thank you so very much. Robbie Haas is out there. Robbie, good to see you out there on the donor board. Thank you. And look, Manuel Rodriguez is joining us as well from U.S. Bank. Nicely done. Manuel, thank you very, very much. You guys have done such an amazing job, and the dollars keep ticking up. $55,433. This is absolutely awesome. Now, we were also talking a little bit about, Evelyn was doing a great job bringing food. And I think sometimes we forget, that food security and being a part of a community sometimes means having to rely on one another. And CHW has been there for some of those food assistance needs as well.
Yeah, and I think that was something that we both focus on as part of our services to seniors, as an example. It's about their health and well-being going in the long term. So being able to figure out ways to bring programs to them that then can help with preventive care. We have great partnerships with folks like the Scripps Health on that side. But as an example, during the COVID crisis, folks then were really trying to figure out how to still make their rent, but also sometimes making some very difficult choices in terms of their food and their basic necessities. We were really thankful that we had great relations with our resident services folks in the Achieve to have residents feel comfortable enough to come forward and say, hey, I'm having a difficult time. How can you guys help? And that really became the genesis of our creation of our Housing and Hunger Relief Fund. And that really was a big challenge we put forward for us. We wanted to raise $1 million in 6 weeks. We were able to achieve that for the most part. And that went to, as you mentioned earlier, rental assistance. It also meant food and also meant financial counseling, as we talked about before. With food, we have great partnerships with folks in the broader community here. So for instance, like the San Diego Food Bank, we worked very closely with them to bring food to the developments themselves. We then had a whole cadre of volunteers, as well as our folks in Achieve, then hand out that food to the doors of the residents. So it was directly delivered to them in terms of and really helping them to manage through a very tough time.
Well, and as CEO, you've got to be so proud of the staff that are there in the communities. You've got to be so proud of the way that they stepped up. And like you mentioned, while they're there, residents feel comfortable talking to them. They feel comfortable about telling them what those issues are, that they're having to make that very difficult choice of, am I going to make my rent or am I going to feed myself or feed my family? I think I want to say thank you to all of the staff. I mean, they're just incredible out there, making sure that our residents feel comfortable, that they feel welcomed, and that they really do have that community sense.
No, our Achieve staff are just simply awesome. The relationship they have with the residents, the fact that they're always thinking, how can we better serve the residents? What are some new ideas and maybe new partnerships we should get involved with? They're led by Jorge Riquelme, who is a great partner to the residents, as well as bringing ideas to the organization itself and sort of saying, hey, let's try and do this to help the residents. It's a great staff that we're truly blessed to have their work and their engagement in making things better for the residents.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, I know we've talked a lot about our resident heroes, but I think there are some other very special folks that we'd also like to recognize as heroes as well. And before we do that, this is an exciting number, $55,895 already done. So we set a goal of $50,000. I want to see if we can make it to $57,000. I'm going to put that challenge out there to you right now. And then, Sean, tell us a little bit more about our heroes.
Sure. Well, we also have other heroes in terms of folks that really support the organization beyond the residents as well. So I want to make sure that we talk a little bit about a couple folks that are engaged with us in really supporting our work on a day-to-day basis or making meaningful connections to the things that we do. So speaking, we can talk about the fact that these folks really end up making us a success at the end of the day. And really, as an example of success, I can't think of two people who embody living your best life more than our first special honorees, which are John and Karen Allsweet.
Good evening. I'm Mary Jane Jagosinski, Senior Vice President of Housing and Real Estate. I first met John Allsweet in 2005 when we were just beginning the design of Solara. Early on, CHW had decided we were going to do something innovative, build green with solar. That was very out of the box at the time. And during the next couple of years, as we partnered in creating what really became a replicable template for a new way of designing and building green, time and time again, John exhibited his willingness to stretch. I still remember the day he proudly called me to tell me he had just gotten his LEED AP certification. More innovation came a couple of years later when we decided on a one-time through for our Turn-Again community in Fallbrook major renovation. This was a new format for Sun Country to lead the way. While in many ways this format is easier for residents who are displaced only for a week and then return to their apartments fully renovated, it required more planning by the GC. But with John's leadership, this became our practice and now has been adopted by many builders across the state. The All Suites commitment to innovation continues well beyond building to better ways of doing things that directly impact our residents. John and Karen support the total mission of CHW. Believing as we do, opportunity begins with a safe, stable, and affordable home, and then expands by providing impactful programs and services which have been made possible by their generosity with both their time and their treasure. Here again, John and Karen have looked toward creating new opportunities, from his involvement in our task force on diversity and inclusion in construction, to their support of our Hunger and Housing Relief Fund during the pandemic, and their ongoing philanthropy in support of the Valor Scholarships and Trades and Education Apprenticeships. John and Karen Allsweet have been true partners of CHW across our mission. We thank them today for their contribution to CHW. We celebrate them as everyday heroes who we don't find every day.
Well, John and I go back a long way, nearly 50 years, as a matter of fact, to high school. John dated my sister, one of my sisters, in high school, and that's how we met and became lifelong friends. He is a lifelong learner and importantly dedicated to the people that work for Sun Country Builders. To be able to build something that you can drive by year after year, decade after decade, and say, that project is making a difference, and it's dedicated to being there for 55 years to serve people who need to be served. And I know that that's John's passion, is to be able to build that kind of a building. We decided to work with Community HousingWorks on a career pathways project, introducing their residents, especially the young residents, to the possibilities of careers in the trades. Community HousingWorks embraced that type of a program and has really expanded on it. We're a company that revolves around relationships. The relationship with CHW over the past 24 or so years has been just tremendous and very much appreciated.
Well, both John and Karen have taken a great interest in CHW and the communities that they provide for folks. I know Karen has done reading programs, and John has provided ways for the youth to be educated. John leads by example, which is a very powerful way to lead. He wants people to succeed. He wants people to grow. And I think what his main goal has been is to keep this company going and just living out this legacy that he's created. We always talk about how inspirational it is when we get to go to an open house and we get to hear about how what we build and what we provide changes lives. It's the core of who we are. We get to do something that's bigger than ourselves, which isn't that what we all hope to be able to do?
I live at Hillside Village and love this community. I moved here in 2010 and I actually did lose my job during the pandemic and was really, really worried. And I've received some amazing services with food, with financial assistance. The management team here has been very patient and wonderful during this time. They've just been on top of everything here. It's a beautiful community. I'm a mother of 3, and when I moved here initially, I was laid off from my job. So through the ups and downs, this has been my refuge. It's been a source of great community and support, and I don't know where I would be. I couldn't even imagine where I would be without it. Living here has provided my kids with the best education, resources I have a son with special needs, so resources there. And with my income, there's no way I would have been able to have him exposed to the things that have helped him really just thrive without you guys. So I'm so grateful, I'm so thankful for the opportunity to live here. It's been life-changing for me and my family. I grew up in a very dangerous area as a child, and so to be able to give my kids this life has meant the world to me. I have an 18-year-old who has very fond memories of her childhood, so I just want to thank you and let you know how appreciative I am to be here.
Thank you. John and Karen are attending virtually tonight. We greatly appreciate all of the support they have provided over the years, and especially for leading our Housing and Hunger Relief campaign, where they actually were the first ones to donate to that campaign. We'd also like to thank all of you who donated to the Housing and Hunger Relief Fund. Lynette is just one of the example of the many residents who were helped by this fund with rental assistance, food support, and financial counseling. And our final Hero Award tonight goes to an amazing couple who has given CHW their leadership, their hearts, and also their generous financial support in the form of tonight's matching gift. Let's hear about Robert and Marianne Gottlieb.
I have the particular privilege this evening of honoring one of our board members for his longtime service. Robert Gottlieb and his wife Marianne have given freely of their time, their talents, and their financial resources. Marianne is a volunteer and an important presence at our La Costa Paloma community. When asked, Robert said yes, and he has served as our board chairman for over 5 years. Robert, the countless hours you have committed have touched the lives of our residents and expanded our platform to grow CHW throughout San Diego and across California. On behalf of our board, the staff, and most importantly, the lives of our residents that you have touched and will continue to touch into the future, we are very grateful.
So Robert came to Community Housing Works, led by his own heart. Ann Wilson and he met at an event, and they got talking about our LGBT affirming senior community, North Park Seniors, that we were working on. And his heart was drawn to Community Housing Works' passion for serving people who are underserved, and particularly for paying attention to the needs of the LGBT communities because of his family engagement in that issue. And in a very Robert fashion, when he called us on Monday, he'd already looked up our tax forms to really find out who we were. So Robert comes to everything he does with both his heart and his brain and his leadership, and that really has driven the legacy he has brought to Community Housing Works. His eagle eye and frame on succession, that the board carried out its role in selecting a new CEO brightly, and with beauty, was just irreplaceable. And in all of this, I've been ignoring the other half of what Robert brought to Community Housing Works, which is his wife, Marianne. He introduced her to us, and she has been a pillar of our work in our after-school programs in all their many guises in the Carlsbad community, La Costa Paloma, where she has given us so much of her time. She has played so many roles as a mentor to our young people and our kids, as a mentor to our staff, as an influencer of our programs, and as always, a bringer of laughter and lightheartedness.
Marianne's great. She's been such a great help to the Study Stars program here at La Casa Paloma, and every time she comes in, she's always giving a helping hand. She's great with the kids. She comes in and tutors them with reading comprehension, any math tutoring. She also brings enrichment activities for the kids to do together for community building and for them to get to know each other more. She's very, very patient, and she cares so much about the kids that she takes her time with them as long as it takes. And then also show them how, they could build community within their neighbors and become friends. I was able to take some time off one time, and she came in and ran the entire program on her own. So that was amazing. It was such a huge help for me. And to be able to trust her, and the kids trust her as well.
Marianne is a really sweet lady that would volunteer here at the Learning Center. She wouldn't just help kids out with homework. She'd also do arts and crafts and stuff with food too. I remember one time she brought these, I think, banana muffin things, and she bought a ton of frosting and made us cover them. And one time she brought a whole table, and we had to get shaving cream with food dye and make art out of it. It was crazy, but it was fun. I can tell that she has love for everyone, no matter how they are or what they look like. She impacted in my life that type of person that impacts you to be also a kind and caring person.
Hey, Robert, just wanted to really thank you for your service to CHW over the last 8 years that you've been on our board of directors, with the last couple of them being serving as board chair. More than anything else, really appreciated that you actually decided to stay in as board chair for an extra year to really help with the transition of me into the role of the leadership at CHW. Best of all, you're not ending your service with CHW. You are going to continue in the role of being our new Finance Committee chair and our treasurer for the organization. So once again, more than anything else, we really appreciate all your support over the years and your continued help with CHW as it moves forward into the future. Thanks again, Robert.
Thank you, Robert and Marianne. Wow, absolutely amazing. And now we are going to head back out to La Casa Paloma to give the Gottliebs their award. Let's take a look.
Well, on behalf of me and the rest of the community, we'd like to give you this reward for all the impact you've done on not just me, but the rest of the community.
Thank you. Everyone, and I just like to say, when I first learned about Community HousingWorks 8 years ago, it was such an easy organization to get aligned with their values and how they're helping the community and change people's life. It was so inspiring, and I get inspired every time I come and meet with the staff and how much they're doing and the residents of the communities. So thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, William. And one of my favorite parts of this is coming in and seeing the kids grow up year after year, coming back into the program, helping out themselves. Kids like William, it's just a lot of fun to be with and introduce some new games and activities with them. It's just been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Robert and Marianne, thank you so much. And I would love to have a sample of one of those banana cupcake muffin things that William was talking about. That sounds pretty good. Thank you, everyone, for a wonderful evening. I am so proud to let you know that not only did you reach that $50,000 goal, but you reached that $57,000 goal right now at $57,586. That is going to conclude our formal program tonight. Thank you all so very much for joining with us. And please know that the giving doesn't have to stop today. We're going to be accepting gifts to this campaign through Sunday, October 17th. So I want you to share with your friends what inspired you tonight? We're going to drop a survey link into the chat box now. So take a moment and share your thoughts with us about tonight's event. And if you would like to put in there hashtag Sean and Clint for Jeopardy, we are willing to consider those offers. We've got a lot of things coming up in our pipeline. So be sure to sign up for our e-newsletter where you can continue to hear stories from our communities about our newest developments. And also, look for us and think of us on Giving Tuesday. Keep those donations coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so very much and have an incredible